Hey guys, it's Elaine here. Quick Facebook Live, excuse me, about naming characters. Now, basically we all have favourite names and we all know names we'd rather forget, especially if they remind us of a not very nice person from our past. But what if we have a name that we like but it doesn't suit our characters? What if it doesn't fit them? What do you do? Using our imagination to make up names is okay in certain circumstances, like fantasy and sci-fi. Take a look at any of the non-humans characters in Star Trek and you'll see where some of these imaginations come into play. You've got Klingons named Bektor, Gowron and Lursa. You've got Bajorans named Morapol, Lee Nalis and Kira Nerys. And then you've got Vulcans, Tuvok and Spock. So, you know, if you want to use your imagination, you can use your imagination. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they are readable and sayable, the world's your oyster. But like anything else, names change and evolve over time. Some names have been around for centuries. If you look at the names that you can find in the Bible, like Aaron, Adam, Gabriel, James, Paul, Simon, Anna, Deborah, Ruth, all of which are relatively popular today. And then you'll find some other names from the Bible which have fallen by the wayside, like Ezekiel, Josiah, Damaris and Zilpah. I quite like Damaris actually, but there you go. Now, until quite recently, a lot of names were gender specific. Many names had a male version and a female version, like Alexandra and Alexander, Alana, Alan, Dante, Dantea, Carly, Carl, Danielle, Daniel. But in recent years there have been quite a number of celeb babies, girls, who have been given what was traditionally a boy's name, such as James, Andy Rose, Sawyer, Elliot, Emerson, Wyatt Lily and Dylan. I can't see it happening much the other way around, although it has done in the past. I don't know if you remember an English wrestler called Big Daddy. His real name was actually Shirley Crabtree. And actor John Wayne was actually called Marion Mitchell Morrison, although it was Marion spelt with an O, not an A. So that could, I suppose, have been the male version of Marion. I don't think you could get away with having a female character with a man's name unless it was a nickname or a young character or it had major ties to the story, but the world's your oyster. Of course, whatever name you do choose for your characters, there's a big possibility that the same name will have been used elsewhere. It can't be helped. There'll be more people out there called Elaine than not. I mean, I used to go to school with an Elaine. One of my son's teachers was an Elaine. So names do repeat themselves, and they do repeat themselves in families too. Can't be helped. But there is a few to cross off your starter list, and they would perhaps be James Bond, Jay Gatsby, Victor Meldrew, Tony Stark, Abraham Lincoln, Margaret Thatcher, Debbie Reynolds, Jason Bourne, Tiny Tim, Adolf Hitler. Again, if they suit your story, they suit your story. So, how do you name your characters? For me, writing contemporary fiction in the here and now, I try to remember that it's not necessarily me that is naming them, but their parents. So I look at the character's gender, country of birth, year of birth and their family background, because sometimes family names do get handed through the generations. They can be used as middle names, they can be used as first names, sometimes they don't. Finally, don't be afraid to change your characters' names if you find that they are not working. When I started what was to become my first fiction novel, my main characters were called Sasha and Nick, big sign of the 80s. Now, as an Italian, Sasha just did not fit my leading lady, so I changed her name to Alexandra Natalia Di Napoli, with the nicknames of Alex and Ali. Now, once I'd decided my leading man was the Chief Assistant DA for New York, and also the son of 2 family court judges, the name Nick just didn't cut it, and neither did Nicholas. A bit too Englishy and a bit too Christmassy for me. So I went with the name Gabriel William Harland. William after his father. But it wasn't until 6 months later, when I was writing a conversation between him and his mother, that I found out exactly why or rather she, had chosen the name Gabriel. So although it might not always be obvious to you at the time, there will become a time where you sort of realise why you called your characters what you did. So have fun. I'm going to be incognito for a while now, as I'm just packing for Hollybobs. So I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye.